I'm getting ready for an upcoming trip to the beach. I want to show you the things that I pack to continue my healthy lifestyle when I go on vacation. My husband and I are really into this. Our kids are usually on the beach eating cheesecake and we're sitting there eating all of our healthy things, but that's totally fine because it's a vacation. So let me show you the things that we take along and I'll let you know how I use them. One of the most important things that we bring is our NutriBullet. I also bring an extra container for this. I'll show you in a little bit what all we do with this. Typically when I pack it, I will wrap this in a towel just to give it a little cushioning and keep it safe. So one of the first things we do with the NutriBullet is we make our own smoothies to take down to the beach. I will bring some collagen powder. I'll bring a little cinnamon that I'm going to use for something else. I'll bring some cacao. I'll bring our protein powder. Now I even bring spinach, but this is because we only have a 2-hour flight. So it's pretty easy to bring things that are cold, or I may put some things in the freezer right before I pack them, right before we leave. So they're totally fine once we get to our destination. Another thing I do with the NutriBullet is I make bulletproof coffee in our room in the morning. I'll order coffee from room service, which will also include the cups and the spoons and whatever else that I need. I always take a measuring cup so we can measure all these things, but I will take frozen grass-fed butter in the suitcase, and then I'll take MCT oil. You can put this in your smoothie, but I also put it in the bulletproof coffee along with the cinnamon that we also use for our protein shakes. Now with this, I'm going to tape this lid shut. So I always bring one of my big Stanleys with me when I go to the beach. I just started doing this probably 2 or 3 trips ago, and it's great because whatever drinks you order out on the beach or by the pool, you can put them in here and they'll last 3 times as long easily. A lot of the times we order a pitcher of iced green tea. Usually that turns into about 3 or 4 pitchers of iced green tea. Well, not long ago at the resort where we stay, they have been charging $25 for these little tiny pitchers of iced green tea. You maybe get 2.5 glasses from that, but if you put it in here, the ice won't melt and it stays great all day long. But on this trip, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to bring along our element. I've got tons of different flavors. Raspberry is my favorite, but we're going to make our element with bottled water that we get and drink that out on the beach. It's going to be great because you get warm when you're out there, and plus we're running around and whatnot. So definitely packing the element. If you don't know about element, this is a great electrolyte powder that you can add to water, and it gives you your potassium, your magnesium, and your sodium. I have a code that Element has given me for this, and I'm going to put it up here on the screen for you. With that code, when you place an order, you get a really amazing extra package of all their different flavors to try. Another beverage that we take when we go to the beach is we take some apple cider vinegar to mix with water. You can also mix this with iced tea. We like to have this at least once a day, especially if we're going to be on vacation and we might decide we want to have some dessert. I'm going to need to wrap this also in a towel. Along with that, with all these beverages, I'm bringing my glass straws. We always want to be really conscious of the wildlife when we're on the beach, and I don't want any straws accidentally ending up in the sand. I don't want the wrappers ending up in the sand. So we take the glass straws and then we don't have to worry about anything ending up in the ocean. We also like to bring our own snacks that we eat when we're out on the beach. Things that are very easy to pack and travel with are nuts. I'm going to take some macadamia nuts. I'm going to take these pistachios that are already shelled. And of course, we like to take chocolate. Now I'll need to put all this in the freezer before we pack it so it'll stay good. I don't know if you've tried this brand Hue, but these are super clean chocolate treats. We have 6 ingredients in the chocolate covered cashews. I also take their salty dark chocolate bar. This is 70% cacao. I have another 70% dark chocolate almond bar with sea salt that we really like. So just to make this even yummier and to also use in our smoothies, I'm going to bring our natural peanut butter that we use. But if you want to make a really tasty copy of a Reese's peanut butter cup, dip a little square of this chocolate in some of the peanut butter. So good. Okay, we've got all of our food items. Now it's time to think about sun protection. I love this brand Kula. It's an organic sunscreen. This is a spray one that I really like. It has 70% organic ingredients. Probably one of the better sprays that you're going to find. So I like that. They also make some for the face. This one's 30, this one's 50. These are also both 70% organic. And what I really like about these are mineral sunscreens, and they don't leave any kind of film on your face, but they do the job. Okay, if you want something really heavy duty, this La Roche-Posay is also a mineral sunscreen. Now you'll still be scrubbing it off like 2 days later, but if you go somewhere and you get sunburn, put this on it if you have to go back out another day, because it will really protect you. Supergoop also makes some sunscreen products that a lot of people like. This is the Unseen sunscreen. I think they make 3 or 4 different ones. If that's something you're interested in, check this out. I think they do a tinted moisturizer that has sunscreen in it. Good product that a lot of people love. You can't go to the beach without a good beach read. I'm hoping to finish this book on this trip. I started it on the last trip, didn't get all the way through it. Another thing I like to do when I travel is to make sure that I take my vitamins and my supplements. Okay, this is the coolest travel vitamin case that I've ever seen. It has one separate compartment for each day of the week, and you have a compartment for vitamins that you would take in the morning and one for the vitamins that you take at night. I still need to add my nighttime vitamins here. But then each one is labeled for the day of the week. Put it all in here and close it, and there is no way that this is going to come open and all your vitamins are going to spill out, which I've had happen to me many times. They are really sealed up well in here. If say you're traveling overseas, you could always just put a little piece of Scotch tape on there, but I love this thing. So if you really want to stay healthy when you travel, you're going to need to take some workout gear. You can always walk on the beach in your swimsuit. You can get out and swim in the ocean, swim in the pool, but I think I'm going to hit the gym on this trip. I want to do a little weightlifting and a little cardio with the rest of my family. I'm going to take some workout pants. I'm going to take a little Lulu top for working out. Probably the most important thing for working out when you travel, a pair of sneakers. I just bought these, did not get them for this trip, but it's been raining here in Dallas, so this might be my first chance to get to wear these. The last and final thing that I like to take with me that comes in so handy in a hotel room, especially if you're making smoothies, making drinks, anything that has to do with cooking in a hotel room, I'm bringing a big roll of paper towels. Also, as a side note, when we make our reservation at the hotel, and we stay at the same place every time when we do this Mexico beach trip, we always ask to have an additional fridge in the room. So you'll have that little mini fridge that has all the mini bar stuff in it, but then we get an additional fridge on top of that. So we'll have plenty of space for all of these things. We'll be able to keep everything cold, and then I put the NutriBullet on top of that fridge with a towel, and I kind of have like a little work area. This video is part 1 of a 3-part series about staying healthy while you travel, staying in your routine while you travel and all that. In the next episode, you're going to get to see me actually use all of these things on vacation. So thank you so much for watching today. So please like and subscribe, and in the comments, please let me know if there's an item that you always take when you travel to help you stay fit. I know some people take the stretchy bands for working out. Maybe you will have your Fitbit like I do. Let me know in the comments what you like to take with you. And I'll see you for part 2 next week. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.